Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Monday evening. It is October 30th, and it is about 8:25 Eastern Time as I record this. If you haven't started prepping yet, or if you haven't done it in a while, and you've just let it go, time could be running out. I mean, I always say it's never too late to start, but I don't know, y'all. I'm going to go into that, and because I believe that we're approaching a time, a point, a flashpoint where we will feel the impact here at home on multiple levels. Okay. I'll go into it here. I'm going to go into some updates and why I believe that. I also have a passage that I will share that will give you a lift, though. It will give you a definite boost. So stay tuned for that. It's a good one. But first, real quick, some friends of ours shared some news that their church, now this happened not far from us now, their church sign was vandalized with anti-Semitic drawing and writing, and I guess you could call it graffiti. This is in Northeast Georgia now, not far from us. Now the sign said something to the effect of standing with Israel, but nevertheless, I think people need to wake up, and I think even more importantly, the church needs to wake up. I think many pastors are, I don't know if you could say ignoring what's going on over there, but they're not speaking up much about it. I don't know why. I have an idea, but they better wake up because you're not just going to slide under the radar on this one. The way things are looking, if you're keeping up with current events, you're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to choose. It's not you're going to sit on the fence. Jews today, Christians tomorrow. And then everyone else, even the ones who are not of faith, you're not off the hook either. You're going to have to choose. They think they're not. I saw a video of this weekend of a young man wearing a dress, holding a Free Palestine sign, doing their chants. Now, this young man doesn't realize that if you were just to warp him into the streets of Gaza, I don't give him much life expectancy. I don't give him much time to survive that, no matter what sign he's holding. Okay, so they're coming for you too. They don't realize it. These people, thousands of them, and the idiots, like I said, they're coming for you also. You may not be first, but you might be. You need to get ready to defend yourself. All of us. And train and be ready. They're here too. It's not just overseas, it's not just in the Middle East. They're here. They're right here. Some of them, well, many of them were born here, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe they came from the South. You know, they just walked through the South border. Saw where the Israeli prime minister said no ceasefire. There will be no ceasefire. The Bible says, he said, the Bible says that there is a time for war and there's a time for peace. No, he said that there is a time for peace and a time for war. This is a time for war. The man has a point. And before I forget, I know I'm flip-flopping here, but I'm going back and forth, changing gears. But I meant to mention this in the last, I don't think I mentioned it in the last video too, but because I've been harping on no Speaker of the House. We have a Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. So we have one. Hey, somebody's in that spot. I haven't paid a lot of attention to him. I do like what I've heard him say, but actions speak louder than words. They all can talk, or most of them can talk a good game and tell you what you want to hear, but action is a different thing. So the jury is out on Mr. Johnson. All right. Also saw where the German defense minister said he sees danger of war in Europe. Well, duh. Really? Newsflash. He said the military and society here must become fit for war. I got news for you, homeboy. I mean, most of Europe, Western Europe especially, they're not ready. I'm talking about the military. From all I've gathered, and I could be wrong, but they don't have much military. They've depended on the United States all these years. They shouldn't anymore. They better amp it up. It might be too late. I mean, are we seeing Ezekiel 38 and 39 play out, y'all? I mean, really. You see the story about protesters. I guess protesters is a nice word for it, but they rushed. They like this mob. It's like a huge posse. This happened over the weekend. Rushed this Russian airport, Southwest Russia. They just like flooded this place and the tarmac and the terminals, trying to get on a plane that they thought were carrying Jewish travelers. They thought there were Jewish travelers on there, and they might have been, but I don't think they got to them from what I could read. But outside in the terminal and outside, they were stopping people trying to look at their passports to see if they're Jewish. And then I saw something where I guess it was at a library near New York City or in New York City, where they had to lock themselves. A small group of Jewish people had to bolt themselves in from a mob outside trying to get to them. I mean, what are we in 1939? And many Christians are silent or holding the signs for the other side, or just saying, are they just saying, I'm not taking a side. I'm sitting this out. Better be ready. People better wake up. And like I said, the church better wake up. And where are the pastors? Where are the pastors? I've, including in person and watching online, the majority are shying away from this. I guess they just figure it's going to settle down after a while. Well, everything else over the last 2, 3 years, it builds up and we think, oh my gosh, this is the big one, and it settles down. I don't know about this one. It may not settle. It doesn't look like it is. It's only amping up. And they're going to be on the wrong side. And it puzzles me. Is it like the great delusion on on a lot of these people? It must be. The Bible talks about a great delusion coming on the people. Jews today, Christians tomorrow, and everybody else the next day or before that. People better wake up. I'm going to shift gears here. 2/3 of Americans disapprove of the economy here in the United States right now. Since Brandon has taken office, the typical American family has effectively lost $7,300 in annual income. Monthly mortgage payments on median price homes have more than doubled. It will cost more than 25% more to heat the average home this winter. All the while, Americans are drowning in over $1 trillion of credit card debt. So the problems are multiple. That may not apply to you, but I thought it was interesting. I was going to add that in there, but people better wake up. I know I just keep saying that, but so many folks are and I saw This was on a social media post. It wasn't on my channel. It was another channel I just happened to watch and reading the comments. And there was a commenter, and it was more than one commenter that alluded to this or said it like this in so many words. It said that what does prepping have to do with what's going on in Israel in the Middle East? Hello, hello. Wake up and get some coffee in front of you or something, some stimulant, and think about it for a minute. Think about it. If this thing and the way it's building up, and the United States military is in this, they are in it. Uh, U.S. jets have been attacking positions in Syria, and no telling where else that we're not even hearing about. 2,600 Marines are on the way. These huge tanker planes are in the air. They've been heading towards there. They're used to refuel jets in midair. Our fighter jets and other military planes. They're not sending two carrier groups to the Eastern Mediterranean and another carrier group to the uh, right off the coast of Iran, for no reason. It's not just to sit there. It's for a reason. It's for a purpose to be used. My opinion. And Israel is fighting about a three front war right now, um, and it's going to get a lot more nasty. They're pushing deeper into Gaza. And if Iran gets directly in this, which they're threatening to do, and they keep threatening the United States military, and if they get directly in this and they do something like try to shut down the Strait of Hormuz and the supply chain and the disruptions there, well, that's where your prepping comes in. Now, this person needs to be thinking. A lot of people need to be thinking critically about this and how it affects, how it all comes back and can affect us here. Not to mention the potential for sleeper cells to get the call, get the beeper, and get going. So, but if something like the Strait of Hormuz gets shut down, or these oil fields start getting attacked, the price of gas would shoot up over $10 a gallon within hours. You'd have shortages, and as the price of oil would just skyrocket, that affects everything, including food. So the food stores, you want to see a rush. You ain't seen nothing yet until something like that happens. And on top of that, I saw the story where the World Bank is warning of, well, this is part of it. It said the World Bank is warning of the price of oil and other commodities could see a huge increase if this war spreads throughout the rest of the Middle East. We have the largest NATO naval task force in a long, maybe ever, with over 50 ships in the Eastern Mediterranean now. That's crazy. That's larger than the Sandlot Wars, than the Middle East wars that we've been in the last 20 years. So the the direction this is going, the trajectory is a big expansion, which will impact us, especially economically, and maybe other ways. All right. All right. I'm going to get on to the verse. I don't want this to be too long. All right. But there's so much going on. I was just trying to hit the big things and really just trying to give y'all an idea of how this keeps ramping up. All right. And it's not just over there. Over here, we have to pay attention to what's going on over here as well with other things. That doesn't just stop because of all the stuff in the Middle East, right? So keep on with your preparations. Um, Miss Dawg and I went out this weekend and shored some things up, filled some holes. So, even if you're prepped up already, see, what can you do even during the week or once a week or something like that to look over what you have and shore some things up. All right. And self-defense, man. Self-defense is huge. I can't stress it enough. All right. Verse is from the Bible app today. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28 says, have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. His understanding is unsearchable. Interesting. It's infinite. It's never ending. It doesn't faint. It doesn't just disappear and come back. It's always there. Always there. And it's everlasting. So is his faith. So let's stay faithful. Let's keep the faith up. Keep in the word. Keep in prayer. And share your thoughts. Let's be safe out there. Be aware. God bless you. See you soon.